Hockey is a physical sport. And as a parent, you're watching your kid put himself on the line. I played it, didn't even register. My son played it, oh yeah, I registered. Yeah, I understood completely the perils of him playing hockey.
Minor hockey pretty well disappeared. I mean, there was only about 6 teams. And I had 660 kids, I had 46 hockey teams.
Okay, vas-y.
1, 2, 3, let's go again!
The reason I closed the arenas was strictly for the parents' control. The kids were fine. I had no trouble with the kids. But the parents were out of control all the time. I've seen fisticuffs inside, I've seen it outside arenas. Where was it? In Valcourt. They also cut the tires on a bus.
I just saw a YouTube clip where this kid goes up in the stands and punches a parent in the face. And the kid's like 16 years old. It's like, where is this allowed in society? Because you're in a rink.
See them leaning over the glass? And what's sad is that this player should not be fighting like that. No way. But where does that come from? It's got to come from inside the parents as well.
And where the fuck is the common sense in this? What happens to us when we get to a rink? Why do we have somebody have to tell us right and wrong when you know goddamn well what's right and wrong? But you do it anyways. Well, I'm allowed to do it because it's not against the law. It's not right. But why are you not responsible for that?
There's something about watching a violent sport that is exciting. And I use the word exciting in all the nuanced ways. It sort of heightens the emotionality and the sense of entering into a world that's different. And that's part of what we look for in sport. You know, we're in the stadium, stakes are irretrievable, and cost of losing is humiliation and despair. Then it's no longer fun. It gets our blood up, and it's necessary to vanquish the other team. And if that doesn't happen, particularly if we see the other team getting away with unfair play, then we get feelings of vengeance, and then we, in an unfortunate way, we transcend our normal selves.
But you also made the decision to put your child into the sport. And so there's good and bad, and there's a learning process. I mean, my son talks of this, that he talks of becoming who he is today, but not being able to get there if he hadn't played sports growing up. You know, playing at a relatively high level of Tier 2 hockey, and the work it took to be successful, and translating that to his school, and then to his medical career. That understanding that if it hadn't been for sport and the work he saw that I put into it, the work he did with me in trying to get there, that to be successful, it is part and parcel. There is so much you can learn from sports. I'm 59 years old and I'm still playing and using hockey to get kids back to school because I saw the benefit it gave me, it gave the people I've been involved with. The other stuff, I don't get it. My son wants to play hockey. My son wanted to play golf too. You know, if he hits the ball in the trees, I don't go break his driver. I have another story where I played hockey in Europe with another Canadian guy. I was the captain of the team. One day he goes, John, he goes, I didn't know what Indians were like, but you're nothing what I thought they'd be. I looked at him, I said, your dad's racist, right? He goes, yep. I said, there you go.
Hasn't been eradicated, maybe never will be, but it isn't socially acceptable to be a racist or a bigot and to open your foul mouth about it. We may have these foul attitudes inside of us, but we're doing a better job at not transmitting them and not indulging our own temptation to devalue members of other groups.
That's just how it is, unfortunately. And that's one thing we talk to the kids about. No matter what we try and regulate and how we grow as a society, there's always going to be racism. There's always going to be racism. I don't care. And I was always told that racism isn't about me, it's about the person who's saying it. It's about the ignorance of the person who's saying it. And that's how I dealt with it. So when he called me a savage or a wagon burner, in hockey, when I was growing up, It was just a way to get under somebody's skin, in a way, but also a half-truth to how you were and what you felt. So I also took it that way.
What I would say is that if you scream out a racist epithet, where did that come from? It didn't come out of the sky. You can't disavow the very fact that that primitive racist attitude emerged from you under certain circumstances, but it's yours. You have to own it, and it's too much of a whitewash, it's too blithely exculpatory to say, oh, I'm not really a racist. I was just trying to hit you below the belt. Come on.